Good evening. Good evening. I'm going to wait a little bit, see if someone joins us. It is unusual for me to go live this late, but I wanted to talk about a very important subject, and that is vetting. It is making me incredibly sad that there are so many women who are not vetting the men that come into their lives, the men that want to engage with them. Like, help me to understand why you don't believe that that is your job. Like, that's my job. That's my job. And this idea that men should be good and they should do the right thing. They should be good and kind. I mean, sure, in a perfect world, that is exactly what it should be. However, we live in anything but a perfect world, right? The world we live in is incredibly messed up. And doesn't mean it's not good. I love life, I love being here. So I don't want to give you that impression. I absolutely love life and all that it has to offer. However, in our modern day culture, can I be real tonight? I'm going to be real. Okay. A lot of people, I don't even think most people, but a lot of people lack good, healthy values. They lack morals. They lack good judgment and good decision making. Like, they lack character and integrity. They lack a lot. And so that means that we have to stand guard. Like, I've always told you ladies this, you all are the gatekeeper. You're the gatekeeper, right? Nothing happens lest you let it. And a lot of women that I've been coaching lately, they're frustrated by that because they think that because I'm holding them to that standard, I'm letting them know that as a woman, that's their birthright. Like, you were born the gatekeeper because you're a woman. If you're a biological woman, you were born the gatekeeper. And so this idea that you want to put that off on other people, or you want to put that off on the men that you're dealing with, like, get over it. Get over it and accept the fact that you are the gatekeeper. Nothing happens unless you say it can happen. And so these are some unpopular opinions. I get it. So if you have had 3 or 4 children by 3 or 4 different men, you let that happen. If you had sex with a man that wasn't your husband and, he didn't stick around, or you had friends with benefits relationship and you got all in your feelings and surprise, you woke up and he was like, I don't want no relationship with you. I told you what it was. I told you it was casual. You agreed to keep it casual. And now all of a sudden you are surprised that the sex didn't have its effect on him like it did on you. Okay, let me give y'all some sound bites tonight because I've spent all day doing this. I've spent all day giving sound bites. And people, their response is just staring me back, or they're staring me back over the camera. But it's the sound bite that you needed, right? Number 1 sound bite. Women are not designed to have casual sex. That's not in your DNA. And let me go here. If you believe that you are a woman who can have casual sex with any and everybody and you don't get in your feelings, you can enjoy the pleasure and this and that, okay, you have trauma. You've got some trauma in your background. Or you are so deeply in your masculine that you're not even in touch with your feminine anymore. You're so far on your masculine side, or you've experienced so much trauma. You are completely disassociated from who you are as a woman. And that's a thing. It's possible. It's not a good thing, but it's a thing. But most of us, most women, we're not designed to have casual sex with men. And so you keep doing it. You keep hoping that, somehow it'll turn out different. And it doesn't. And you are right back where you started, feeling a way about the man that, oh, we have a friends with benefits, and oh, he acts like my boyfriend. We act like we're in a relationship, and he has told you that you're not. Don't post me on your social media. Don't tell people you're seeing me. This is between me and you. But he acts like we are. Okay. All right. Next soundbite. You are the gatekeeper. You must vet every man that wants to engage with you. You must find out as soon as you can what is his true intention with you. So let me give you a little bit of help. His number one intention is to have sex or experience some form of sexual pleasure. Okay? And there might be some men hearing this and they may feel all offended, like, oh, why are you generalizing? Why are you putting all men into a box and all men want sex? Pretty much. So just like that first time bite, when I said women are not designed to have casual sex with men, I believe that men are God designed to want sex, to want to have sex with as many women as they can. Right? And to spread their seed, to procreate. And so, okay, how you feel about it is how you feel about it. But 99.9% of men that engage with me, that come up to me, that send me a message through Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else, 99.9% of them want something sexual from Anita. Okay? Now, what the vetting process does is it gives you and the man time to determine if there's anything else there. Because 99.9% of them, they would like to have sex. There's something about you that they find very attractive and they would like to have sex with you or some sort of sexual favor. Okay? And when you vet, and you vet properly, you give yourself and the man time to determine, well, what else is there, right? What else is there with Anita, right? Anita may be cute. She may have a fat behind and she may have some, beautiful lips and, she may have some hips and whatever else she got, right? But what else is there, right? That's what your vetting will do. It will give a man time and space to figure out what else he may want to do with you other than have sex. And for some reason, women just don't get that. Like, I just find it mind-boggling that you don't understand these two very basic, like, God-designed things about men and women. So you're the gatekeeper, and you must vet every man that wants to engage with you. You must vet him. You must determine what is his true intention. And let me tell you something, ladies, you're not going to determine the true intention in a matter of days or even weeks or maybe even months. It will take time, right? So for instance, if his true and only intention is to have sex with you and 3 months go by and you haven't even kissed, and he gets gone, there you have it. Or if his intention was, okay, the first month, yeah, she's there's something about her. I'd love to, be all up in the mix of that. But you know what else I found out? We like a lot of the same things. She's really cool. She likes this particular music, or she's an artist too, or she's really easy to talk with. And, he might find out other things about you with time and space that you're going to give him. And he may make a new plan. Yeah, sex would be nice, but you know what? I'm kind of feeling her. I kind of just want her in my world. It's just cool to talk to her. We have a lot in common. And, I just want to get to know her better and just be all up in her world. There's just something about her. And so that man will probably stick around for the long run. But too many women that I'm coaching, it don't even come close to that. It don't even come close to that. And it's y'all. It's you all. You all giving a man everything everything. And when I say everything, okay, you giving a man everything. And I'm like, okay, you doing all this and you're not married or engaged? You giving a man everything. No. Can I be honest? Let me be honest. You ready? So I vet men because that's just how I'm wired. Like everybody gets the same treatment. And please don't believe this hype about, oh, men that I'm more attracted to, or high value men, or men that I deem, I have chemistry with, or whatever. Oh, she'll let them hit. She'll let them do this and that. No, I won't. Because remember, I'm grown. I'm not a little girl. I'm not a young lady. I'm like middle-aged to, over that. Okay. So, No. I'm grown. So even the men that I think are sexy as hell, I'm like, oh, you're not coming over my house. I don't care how I feel about you. You're not coming over my house. I just met you. I need to do my research on you. So you're not coming over to my house. I'm not going over to your house. We will go out. We will do things out and about in the city. And we will get to know each other in that way. We will talk on the phone. We will text. We will FaceTime or Zoom or whatever else you want to do. But you're not coming over to my house. See? But I'm grown, like I said. I'm trying to get y'all there. Everyone must go through the same vetting process. Everyone. No one gets a pass. There are no free rides. There is no free lunch. Everyone gets the same vetting process because I need to determine, okay, is this man even worth it? Is he worth my time, my energy, my body or anything else? Yeah, that's all. But y'all forget that part. You more worried about, I guess, what you may mean to him as opposed to what he may mean to you. But here's your next soundbite. You ready? Okay, here's your next soundbite. You must require a man who is exclusive and committed. A man who has no problem with a title. A man who loves and cares about you as much as you care about you and love you. That's my requirement. Well, I require marriage. So yeah, I can't go there with y'all because y'all are not doing that. So I'm not going to say marriage. I'm going to say exclusive and committed, right? I'm dating you. We're exclusively dating each other. We're in a relationship. We're committed to each other. Longevity, continuity, right? So we will be in a long-term relationship on a continuous basis and exclusive. Okay? That's it. If that's the lowest of the rung, there should be no rung lower than that. And what I'm seeing happen is women they got lower rungs, all right. They got first night, first date rung. Then they got the friends with benefits rung. Then they got they can go way lower. I don't really know you like that, but I'm sleeping with you wrong. No. To me, in my mind, the starting point is exclusive and committed. We have dated each other for a period of time. We've dated each other exclusively, and now we are in a relationship and committed to one another, and hopefully it's going somewhere. That's what it would take to get my time and my energy and my body. And for me, it's marriage. But like I said, I'm not going there because y'all are not going there. So, nope. Okay? But ladies, I want you to understand this. Just like I tell the red pill men, I tell the manosphere men, like y'all are all in your feelings about female nature. And the truth is, there is male nature. And it's nothing to be upset about. Like, I'm not upset when a man takes me out on a date and tries to get laid. That doesn't make me mad because that is male nature. That's how God made them. Okay, that I see something beautiful, I see something sexy, I see something sensual, and I would love to experience pleasure with it. Oh my gosh, that could give me pleasure. That is how 99.9% of men operate. Why are you mad about that? The only thing I could possibly be mad about is a man doing something completely inappropriate. So if he exposed himself to me during our date, if he touched my behind, if he touched my breast, if he touched me in a sexual manner on our date, okay, I have something to be upset about. But if he sat across from me and was a perfect gentleman and he took me out to a lovely restaurant, paid the bill, we had good conversation, and when he was walking me to my car, he asked if he could come home with me, or could I go home with him, or, oh, I would love to make love to you. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that. Like I said, I'm sexy. I get it. Okay? I get it. However, that's called so what? That doesn't mean it's going to happen. And that's where you come in, right? You come in, ladies, when you say, thank you so much. I mean, it means the world to me that you find me attractive. However, I do not have sex outside of an exclusive and committed relationship. Like, everyone should have that rolling off of their tongue. Everybody. You should say, I do not have sex with men that I am not in an exclusive and committed relationship. You should have that memorized. And that's the lowest rung. For a woman with standards, that's the lowest rung that we go. We don't do anything lower than that. I must be in an exclusive and committed relationship. If you'd like to continue to date me, continue to see me, and see if we would be a good fit for that, I would love that. That would be amazing. But considering this is the first date that we've been on, no, I would not be in a relationship with you right now if you ask me, because I don't know you. And I love myself. I value myself. I know what my worth is. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe women are really, they don't know their true value and their true worth. Maybe that's why it's this way. Maybe that's why so many women are giving themselves free 99, giving themselves away to men. But can I be honest with you? If you ever want to have anything real with a man, if you ever want to experience a man's true love and devotion, if you ever want to have a man's ring on your finger and him walk you down the aisle and say, I do, in front of a pastor or a preacher, there can be no lower rung than exclusive and committed. Like, anything else is you practicing not to get married. That's what I told my client today. I said, you continuing to participate in this free sex game, you are basically saying, I don't want to get married. I don't want anything real with a man. I don't want to have children one day. I don't want to have a man's ring on my finger. I don't want to have a white dress. I want to keep playing this game. Every time you play that game, that's what you're saying. I want to participate in this game. But see, wives, they're born and made. Okay. I was born and made a wife. And I plays no games. I know who I am. I know the value that I bring to a man, to a marriage, to any situation. I love myself. Okay. I love myself. I care about me. And I'm not going to do anything that's going to take me away from the goals that I've set for myself. But I have too many women that I am coaching that they say, my goal is marriage. My goal is children. And you're participating in this foolishness. So that's not your goal. Well, yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because you're doing something that isn't leading you to that goal. So that's not your goal. Okay? So, we must vet. So think about it like this. You are the most beautiful mansion, right? You are in an exclusive neighborhood. You are the most beautiful mansion. You're filled with all kinds of expensive furniture and art and all kinds of amazing things inside of your mansion. And you would not have a lock on the door, would you? You would not maybe have bars on the windows or have a security system, right? I would think you would have a security system. I would think you'd have bars on the windows. You'd have locks on your doors, right? You may even have video cameras, right? If you're a $2.3 million mansion in an exclusive neighborhood and your home is filled with very expensive, beautiful things, you don't leave your door open, do you? So anybody can just walk in. So anybody can just take what's in there. No, you have valuables. You have things inside of that home that are valuable. The home itself is valuable, ladies. And you must act like it. You must act like you are a $2.3 million mansion. But I just don't understand what's happening out here in the world. Women are not doing that. They are leaving the door open to their mansion and letting just anybody walk on in. No. And let me tell y'all, I have all of that stuff. And then I have the gate. Remember, we need the boundaries. I have the gate that you got to get in. So if you pulling up to the mansion, you're not just walking up to my door. There is a gate around my mansion. And you got to pull up, and you know that little box that you hit that little box because you want to come in? That's the first level. That's the first layer of protection. Then you get to the door and you got to go, yeah, I'm here at the door. And like I said, there's layers of protection, ladies, that we're missing. I may even have, so I have bars on the windows. I have locks on the doors. I have the security system. I have cameras. Ooh, I'm missing one thing. I need a guard dog. I got 2 Rottweilers roaming the property. See all the layers of protection that I have for one of my most valuable things, my home and everything in it. That's what you all need to do. And I had a client tonight. She said, well, I just feel like, those are really high standards and that would make me seem kind of snobby. No, it doesn't. It means you are a high value woman who loves herself. See, we got to stop all that mess of other people telling us, oh, that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot what you're doing. Okay, there's only one of me. I am a unique being. There is no other Anita. And by the way, there's some men out there that I've dated that they're still looking. They're still looking. Man, if I could just find another Anita. There is not one. There's only one. I am a unique being. That's how God created me. And so there is no standard that is too high. But I'm hearing, oh, I just don't want to come off as bougie. I don't want to come off as snobby. I don't want to come off as too much. Excuse me? Again, I've always said this. Be hard to get and easy to be with. That is the goal. Men are going to do the work with me on the front end. And then when they get in, when they come into the mansion and they have run of the place and they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I've never lived in a home like this. I've never seen such beautiful things. I've never been, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But trust and believe those men were vetted to get there. They're not just walking in off the street and walking into my mansion. That's not happening. But trust when I tell you, being inside of my mansion, it's amazing. It is the most amazing, wonderful experience you'll ever experience. But ladies, you have to do the work on the front end. That's what's missing. You're making it too easy. Too easy. You're giving a man everything on the front end. And guess what? You're not getting anything on the back end. Because here's another soundbite. Most men, many men, they are created to get the most by doing the least. And y'all know this is true. You know this is true. Because you've been in situations where you've given and you've done for a man, or you've lowered your standard, and guess what? You lower it, and then he don't even meet that. And then you lower it again, and he don't even meet that. And then you lower it again, and he can't even meet that. He is built to get as much as he can by doing as little as possible. So you must do your due diligence on the front end. And here's what I don't understand. What I don't understand is, in my mind, it's easy for me to do that because I don't know you. I don't know you like that. I'm not in love with you. That's what's got me, my mind blown. My mind is blown when a woman tells me, I've known a man for a month and she's sleeping with him, cooking for him, staying over his house, doing all this crap. And I'm thinking, good God, you don't even know this man. And so how bad is this thing going to get when you love, when y'all in love with, or I shouldn't say he, when you're in love with him, when you've had 6 months, 9 months, a year, you really jacked up. You doing everything for him. No, to me, from the beginning, I don't know you. I don't love you like that. I'm trying to figure out if I like you. That's when you vet a man. But here's the thing. I'm going to be honest. I got to shoot straight. That's where the low self-esteem comes from. That's where the low self-esteem and the low self-worth kicks in. When I see a woman doing too much early on, that's exactly what it is. It has to be. You don't even know him. And you giving him money. And you sleeping with him. And you doing this. And you driving him to work. You don't know him. Like, can I say that again? You doing all this for somebody you don't know. You don't know that man. That man is a stranger. He's a stranger. He hasn't proven himself one way or the other. And you've given him the keys to the kingdom? No, I don't work that way. I don't work that way. How I work is prove it. Prove it. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you can do. Let's see how long you can do it. Like, that's how I work. That's how I work. And as we get closer and closer and you keep going and going, I'm like, oh, okay. I just get easier and easier. I get easier the more time goes on. Not from the beginning, but as time goes on, and I don't mean a month. I don't mean 3 months or 9 months. I mean about a year. Then things get easier, right? You're consistent. Anita trusts you. I feel a way about you. I know you. I like you. Like, that's how that's supposed to go. But you literally giving everything on the front end. And you feel a way when you get nothing on the back end. And then you say, it's the man. It's the man. He didn't do this. And he did me like this. And he shouldn't have did me that way. And no, you should have vetted him. You should have vetted him, sweetheart. And that's the way the world works. And I didn't make it that way, but you can best believe I know how to be in it. I know how to play this game. I didn't create this game, but I know how to play this game. Because I made it my business. I made it my business to know about male nature, to know about female nature. I made it my business to know how to play this game and win and be successful. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. So, this is your reintroduction to the Better Love Movement and why I created this and who I am and why I'm doing what I'm doing. The Bible, there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about how the older women, the mature women, they are to teach younger women, right? That's what they're there for. They exist, that they're to guide and direct and teach the younger women. And so I'm honored to be a part of that, because I do believe there's a whole generation of younger women out here that their mom is not telling them, their auntie is not telling them, their dad is not telling them. Something is going on out here in the world where, older people, wiser people, people who have lived, people who have made mistakes need to open their mouth and tell you something. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why. That's why, because I believe it is a part of my purpose. That somebody, somewhere, got to sit down and go, baby, don't do that. No, why you doing that? You don't know him. Like, why? You just met him and you giving him a ride to work? Like, what? No. He need a job. He need a car. He need friends with a car. He needs somebody else to take him but you. You can't respect no man that's asking you. No. You can't respect no man that's asking you to give him a ride to work or borrow some money from you or give you some money. No. That's backwards. That's not how that's supposed to work, baby. No. So let that be me. That's me now. Okay. I'm Auntie Anita. Okay. That's why I'm here. I'm here to teach you, and I want to do it sooner than I did, sooner than I learned. I want to teach you how this game is played. You do not need to be mad that men are wired the way they're wired. You just don't. Like, I'm not. Men are wired to get as much as they can by doing as little as possible. Men are wired to want sex. Okay. Men tend to process slower than women. It's just what it is. Men tend to, be very unclear or, I'm not sure what I want. Like, yeah, that's kind of how it is. And there's a minority of men that are like, yeah, I'm very direct and focused and driven and I know what I want and I know my plan for you. There's a small percentage of men, but most men aren't. They don't know what they want. They don't know, and they just as confused and they'll take you right along with their confused behind. But don't let that be you. All right, I'm going back and looking at these comments. I apologize, y'all. I get to talking, but seriously, we have got to, we got to do some work. We got to do some work. Okay. Lovely Hair by Jen. Let me keep it 100. But when you make it hard for them, they leave. Bye. Okay, that's telling me something. That's telling me something. Because can I be real? You're valuing them staying over your self-respect. See, that's what I'm not going to do. You're valuing him more than you. That's what you just told me. So, no. Right? I always have self-respect. I always have self-love. I always have self-worth. That always comes first. So this idea of, if I make it hard, who said hard? I said standards. Have standards. Have boundaries. To me, that's bare minimum. But if we make it hard, they'll leave. And that's the man you want. So the man you want is the man that you giving yourself away to for free 99. like he not going. And the truth is, can I be honest? The truth is, you may not be the woman he wants to work hard for. And guess what? That's happened to me all day. That's happened to me. There's been plenty of men that thought Anita was going to be a low hanging fruit. And when they found out she wasn't, they were like, nope, that's not my dream girl. I'm not trying to work that hard for Anita. But guess what? They went on to someone else and they did the very thing they said they would not do for someone else. And here's the truth, ladies. That's somebody else's husband. Like, you don't want him. You want your husband. You want the man that's like, all right, Anita, line up them hoops. I'm getting ready to jump through them. That's your guy. But we have to leave that mindset alone. If we make it hard for them, they will leave. That's not a man that I want. I don't want a man that needs free sex and a free wife. I want a man that figures out, you know what? If I want to be with Anita, it costs. It costs to be with Anita. And again, I'm going to keep it 100. You're not that man's dream girl. That's why he's not, she's got standards. She's got boundaries. Okay. But for his dream girl, he will. Trust and believe. Yes, he will. That just might not have been you. I should have called Auntie Anita when I went to homie's house. Thankfully, no sex, but our connection is over because it was too soon in general to even hang out in person. I'd be curious to know how soon is too soon. How soon was it? How soon was it? But yes, you have got to, and I mean, be a lady about it, right? I am a sweet little lamb. I am a sweet little lady. I have no problem telling a man, no. I would never have you come to my house so soon. Oh, no, that wouldn't be appropriate. And I get all sedity on them. And if they don't like it, if they think, you stuck up, that's not your husband. That's not your man. Any man that's going to push against your standard and your boundary is not your man. You trying to make him your man, but he's not. And trust me when I tell you, eventually he will break free. So you will bend yourself like a pretzel and you will lower your standards and bend your boundaries. That man's going to break free one day. And you're going to be like, dang, I made it easier and thinking that I would keep him around and it didn't. Nope. Don't do it. Thank you, sweetheart. She said, I thank God for you, Anita. Thank you. But I'm just being honest with you all, right? I'm going to be honest with you. Been there, done that. And honest to God, when I met my husband in January, we were engaged by May. I had requirements, point blank. I had requirements. That's how I got engaged, because I had requirements. He was like, I'm going to be leaving Atlanta. I'm going to Ohio and, you're coming with me. I was like, not without a ring. I'm not. I was like, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. You ain't my husband. I said, my grandmother taught me long ago, we don't make decisions regarding men that are not our husband. I have lived by that for 54 years. I do not make decisions based on a man that's not my husband. And I've been doing that forever. Like, I told him, I said, no, you're not my husband. I'm not going to, upheaval my life and move, out of my house and move to another state. You're not my husband. That was the requirement. And again, the man that wants you will meet the standard. You have to believe that. The man that wants you. And I have experienced that over and over. There were men that I didn't even want, and I had them jumping through hoops because they wanted me. Okay? Point blank. And that is your man. That's your husband. But what I see happening today over and over again, I see people forcing people that are not really for them, that are not their husband. They're forcing them into something. And then they wonder why it doesn't last. It doesn't last because that person isn't your person. They're not willing to meet you where you are and meet your standard. And those are the only men that need apply. They know it. The only men that need apply are men that are going to meet my standard. Men that if you're out of state and you want to date Anita, I guess you driving here. I guess you taking the train or the bus or you taking the flight. I don't know what you're doing, but Anita's not coming to you. I've already been very honest about long distance relationships. I don't do them. But if you insist, okay. Again, you're getting a hotel. You're not staying with me. I'm not staying with you. Like, you're going to get a hotel and you're going to take me out and date me just like you live here. That's what's going to happen. We have to have standards. We have to have standards. And the truth is, that's how we get what we want. When we don't lower our standard of what we want. right? That's how I've gotten everything I've wanted. I said, this is what I wanted. Right here. Here comes the man. I'll give you this. Nope. I'll give you this. Nope. Right here. This is what I want. Right? And the guy comes along and goes, oh, there you go. That's my guy. But see, if I say this and I accept this, this is what I'm going to get. Every time. Every time. You must have self-respect and self-love and self-worth. You must know what you're worth. You must do that inner work. You must know who you are, know what you bring. You must, fall madly in love with yourself. I am madly in love with myself. And not in a, narcissistic or, just arrogant, full of myself way. No, I just love myself. I finally get it. There's only one of me. There are no other Anitas out there that have my everything I have, my purpose, my passion. There is no other. And so you've got to fall in love with that and believe that. And also believe that the person who wants to give you everything you want, that person exists. And dare I say it, there are multiple people. There are multiple men. Okay? It isn't even just one. I have had 12, count them, more than I have fingers. I have had 12 men that loved me, that were in love with me. One of them married me. 3 of them proposed to me. So this idea of a single soulmate, I don't believe in it. I don't. I believe that there are multiple men out there that they will see us and go, oh, there she is. Look at her. But see, you got to believe that. So many women don't. So many women don't. Oh, she says, about this ATL life, I know all of this, but I need to hear it. Sometimes I start to wonder if I am the only one who has standards. You are not alone. You are not alone. She says, when we as women can come to a consensus, the dating pool will be better. 100%. 100%. That is the secret. And yet women are very divided, very divisive, very competitive. That's the problem. But as soon as we all come together, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Men are falling like dominoes. Like they be like, you know what? I tried to get the friends with benefits from her, and her, and all of them turned me down. All of them said the same thing. Oh, I don't have sex outside of an exclusive and committed relationship. Oh, I would never think about doing that. I know as a woman how I'm wired is, to be in love. I'm wired to be with a partner that deeply loves and cares for me. I'm wired to be with a partner that makes me feel safe and secure. See, if every woman had said that to a man who even suggested having sex outside of a relationship, oh, they're done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because you have values and they aren't used to that and they don't want to work. A lot of men don't, but the truth is they will. They will. I have experienced this over and over, but you must require it. You must require it. And that man in his mind must deem you, okay, she's worth it. She's worth it. I'm going to do a little more and then a little more and a little more. When those two things come together, magic happens. Okay, so anybody who won't, they're not your guy. And that's okay. We got to make that okay. There are going to be plenty of men that want Anita. They want all that Anita brings. They want the sensual and the sexual. And yet, there are plenty of men out there that are not my guy. They're not willing to do the work. And that's okay. I'm not mad about that. I am not mad about that. Yeah. When women decide to have good values, that will change the game. But the standards are all over the place. Yeah, making dating hard. You're right. You're right. We have to come together. We have to come together, because if we don't, yeah, we're going to stay right where we are. But ladies, hold on. It's going to require patience. It's going to require patience on your part. You must be patient. Especially now. Especially now in this dating market. You must learn to be patient. But yes, that is, to me, that's the secret sauce. We have to hunker down. We have to become patient. We have to have standards and boundaries. And then as men continue to push against it, we hold it. They're like, man, all right, this ain't working. Everywhere I go, the women are saying the same thing. I might have to change. I might have to do something different. Like, that's how it works. That's how it works, because I need to get laid, and that's not happening. Nope. Nope. You're not getting laid over here. And the next woman, you're not getting laid over here. Unless we're exclusive and committed, unless we're engaged, unless we're married, you're not getting laid over here. Why do you think 50, 60, 70 years ago, there, especially in the Black community, marriage was at 80%? 80% of us were married. Because most people, most women were like, I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not having sex with you. You better put a ring on it. You better go and talk to my daddy. You better go and ask my mama. I'm not giving you no free sex. See, they knew what time it was. But then you introduce this feminist dogma. You introduce all this craziness going on today. And oh, we should be able to have sex like men have sex. You're not God designed for that. Right? Last I checked. And I don't care if a woman was born in 1920 or 2022. You're not God designed to have casual sex. That was the sound bite from earlier. Now, all I need to do is get you to believe that. And trust me, if you are a woman that's 25 and older, you should already know that, because you tried. Like, can we be honest? You tried having sex, casual sex, thinking, oh, it's not a big deal. Oh, we can have sex. We can be friends with benefits. I won't get attached. And then you did. You felt some kind of way. Okay? So stop all that foolishness. Just believe Auntie Anita the first time. Okay? Believe yourself. Believe the experience that you had, and believe Auntie Anita, because those two things line up. Right? You found yourself falling for a man you didn't even like. You didn't even like him. He wasn't all that. He wasn't that cute. And you sobered up and you was like, "Ooh, what was I thinking? I was in love with this fool. Oh my God, what was I thinking? I was going crazy for this fool." Stop the nonsense. Okay? Yeah, she said not fake patience, but real patience. Yeah, you could be waiting. I have been single. Let's see. It's 2 years and 5 months. Is that right? We're in March. Yeah, 2 years and 5 months. I have not been in an exclusive or committed relationship. Over that period of time, I have been on 52 dates. 52 dates. And some of those dates were the same men. So it wasn't 52 men. I think there were like, no, it might have been about 40. Might have been about 40 men. 52 dates, and none of those men were my husband. One of them came close, and unfortunately, we had incompatibility. We had a lifestyle incompatibility. And let me tell y'all, there's nothing harder. That's how I know I'm grown. I turned down a man that was almost everything I ever wanted. But we had a lifestyle incompatibility. We had an incompatibility in our lifestyle that eventually it would have caused a wedge. And I could see it. I could see it straight away. So I was like, no, I'm not even going to go there, because again, it would be me breaking my own heart. So I was like, no, there's a lifestyle incompatibility here, and it's just not going to work long term. So yeah, I had to let that go, because I was like, nope, I'm old enough to know now that I can't outrun lifestyle compatibility. So nope. But real patience, you're right. We need to believe in ourselves and work on our self-value and self-love. That's right. You can't love someone if you don't love yourself. Yeah, you've got to work on that. Fall madly in love with yourself. And like I said, here's the crazy part. When you do, everybody wants a piece of it. Everybody. There are men who reach out to me from all over the world. I had a man from India fell into my DM. Oh, your smile is so beautiful. And you just look so happy. You look so content. And oh, I'd love to get to know you. And then I found out, I'm like, nah, bro. Like, nah, I don't even go to the next state, much less India. No, we're long distance. No, thank you. I don't do that. But yes, everybody will want a piece of it when they see that you are genuinely happy, when they see that you're building a life that you love, when they see that you love yourself and you respect yourself, you take care of yourself, right? So I'm taking care of myself. I'm drinking water and I'm working out and I'm walking and I'm making sure that my skin looks great. And, I just love life. I just love life. And when you do that, trust me, you will attract all kinds of amazing men. Now, let me also say, you're going to still attract some stinkers. Because that's what a lot of women been telling me. Oh, how can I change the men I attract? No, you're a woman. You have a vagina. You're going to attract men with penises. Like, that's how that works. Okay? So, rich men, poor men, broke men, white men, black men, short men, tall men, men that are narcissists, men that are codependent, men that have anger issues, good men, church men, heathen men. Okay? You're going to attract all kinds. Old men, young men. I had a man, I kid y'all not, I had a 29-year-old man try to talk to me in the grocery store yesterday. I said, son. He said, what? I said, son, you see this gray, don't you? What? How old do you think I am? He said, I know you older than me. I want to learn. Son, no, you don't. You don't want none of this. Like, you going to attract men. It's not about who comes. It's about vetting. That's what we're talking about. Vetting. It's your choice. It's you determining if this man is worthy of staying. That will always be your responsibility, ladies. You can't get out of it. You just can't get out of that. And so many women want to. Oh, why do I have to? And why can't I? And, why I got to determine, why I got to vet, because that's what it is. That's your God designed. That's how you are God designed. You are the gatekeeper. Sorry. So, nope. Okay. She says, no one is good for you. You know what? There are a lot of amazing men out there. But as I said in a post recently, because I desire a conscious relationship, that is a very rare man. And So I know that. And I have the patience of Job. I have the patience of Job, right? I've had unconscious relationships. I've had plenty of those, plenty of unconscious relationships. I'm not interested in that anymore. I'm interested in a love story that is a life story. And so that is going to take time and patience. But there are a lot of amazing men out there. I've met a lot of them. And either there was no emotional connection or spiritual connection. There was lifestyle incompatibility. See, most people, they're not concerned about that until the relationship blows up. See, I do my work on the front end. That's what's different about me. I do my work on the front end. I don't jump into relationships anymore only for them to end. I take my time and I do the work on the front end. That's what I'm asking you to make a man do. I do that. So no, I could be in a relationship tomorrow, but that relationship would not last. It would end. And then I'd be on to number 13 and number 14 and number 15. I don't want to do that anymore. So I have to be very, very conscious. And I have to be very patient. And so that's what I'm doing. Yeah, she says, when you walk away from the person you really like, that's grown up. It was. I couldn't even believe I was doing it. I even said, I can't believe you. Like, are you sure, girl? Are you sure? I was like, yeah, I got to do it. Because there's a lifestyle incompatibility. It's going to catch up with us. What I look like getting into a relationship knowing good and well that a year or 2 or 5 years from now, the difference in lifestyle is going to catch up. Like, that doesn't make sense. But I know a lot of people do it that way. A lot of people do it. They get into situations knowing good and well this thing that they don't like is going to come back to bite them, but they do it anyway. I'm tired of that. I'm not doing that anymore. Okay? But please, ladies, learn how to vet. That is your job. That is your duty. That is your responsibility. There's no getting out of it. You're not going to put it on a man. You're not going to say, oh, the man was a bad man and he was narcissistic. No, you need to learn how to spot a narcissist. You need to learn how to spot and a violent, aggressive man. You need to learn how to spot a deadbeat. You need to learn how to spot a no good man. It's not on them. They're going to do what they do. But you should be smarter than that. And I think you're capable of it. I really do. I think you're totally capable. So just embrace that responsibility. Okay? Because like I said, you're going to go through life getting in and out of relationships that are not going to work. They're not going to last. Yeah, she said, well, Christian don't mix with a druggie. I know that's right. And truth be told, there are men that I've dated that I'm Christian and they are not. You know, they're not believers and they're not bad men, but they're not believers. So what I look like about to make a mortal man the head of me, the head of my home, and God is not the head of his life. That's just not, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So, nope. I'll wait. And I'll wait for God to make that introduction, you know, but I've forged ahead many times. I'm only telling you this because I've done it. I've forged ahead. I've made relationships that shouldn't have worked, and then they didn't work. You know, I forced things. I've made silly mistakes. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I want to save you from some of these ridiculous mistakes. I want to give you the sound bites. I want you to believe them and stop trying to prove me wrong, because all you doing is hurting yourself. That's it. Okay? Please learn how to vet these men. That is your job all day long. I love it. I love it. I get a kick out of it. I really do. I get a kick out of putting men through their paces, and I'm real sweet about it. Trust me when I tell you, I'm sweet, I'm loving, and they don't even realize it's happening, but they're like running in circles and they're like, what's happening? And they're like, what is Anita doing to me? You know, and I'm just sweet about it, but I want to see the work on the front end, and then on the back end, we can relax, right? And it's kind of like retirement. Think about your retirement. Right? The expectation is for you to work hard with the hopes that when you turn retirement age, you can kick back. You've saved money. You've worked hard. You've had a good life. And now you can kick back and you can retire and you can do what you want to do. I see it as the same way. But most of us don't work for 10 years and then retire for the rest of our life. And that's what y'all are doing with these men. You're giving the men retirement on the front end. They ain't worked a day in their life and they getting retirement. No. So, Thank you so much, you all, for joining me tonight. I so appreciate you all. I have done next to zero marketing for my book. I'm going to ramp that up next week. But please check out the latest book. It is called Do Well, A Feminine Woman's Guide to Relationship Success. I want you to get a copy of that book if you are currently dating someone, if you are exclusive and committed, if you are engaged, or if you are married. Okay? Get a copy of that book. Learn the skills and the tools necessary to have the relationship that you want. I said to a lady just the other day, I said, look, if you are in a relationship with a man and that is not bringing you happiness, that is not bringing you a great amount of joy into your life, something is wrong, right? Something is wrong, because I'm only going to be in a relationship with a man that makes my life 10 times better. I am not going to engage in a relationship with a man that does not add value, that does not make me feel amazing. And so, yes, that's the intention. I want you to have the relationship that you want. I want that relationship to be good and happy and full of joy and fun. So please check out the book. You can get it through the link in my bio. And we will go live on YouTube on Sunday. Sunday nights, I will start going live on YouTube, doing question and answer, and we'll just have a little girlfriends chat on Sunday evening. So join me over on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. I so appreciate it. That is a free way that you can just support me and support the platform and support the channel. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me tonight. As always, stay open to love.